All right.
Success.
Hey, hi, how are
Success.
you?
I am
Man,
fantastic. How are you?
amazing. So for any of you that don't know why we're laughing, we just had like a 15-minute adventure through the world of Facebook trying to do Facebook Live. So if any of you guys know how to invite your friends to be part of your Facebook Live, please let me know. Stephanie says that apparently Google is telling us that you can no longer do that. So I don't know. I feel like I've seen people do that since November. There may be a way.
It is the Google, so it could go either way.
The Google is never wrong. So
We'll go with that.
we're gonna improvise then. There's a lid for every pot, so we'll figure out a way to make this work. So instead of doing Facebook Live, I figured we could just do a Zoom video this way, and then we can kind of share it. But the whole purpose of this, you guys know that every Monday I like to talk about things and people and whatever that I find inspirational and create motivation in my own life. And Stephanie's one of those people, and so I wanted to kind of introduce her to you guys and share her story. But Stephanie, just talk a little bit about your business, the Spot 727. Any of you guys that saw the pictures of the donuts that I posted over the weekend? Oh my gosh, how they only have 95 calories, I have no idea. Although I have to be honest, I ate 2.5 of them, so you can do the math on that.
How
95 times
dare you?
whatever. I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel any guilt whatsoever. It's
You
guilt-free
shouldn't.
donuts. Anyway, tell us a little bit about the Spot. What is it?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for inviting me, Chris. The Spot 727 is a local nutrition shop in Largo, Florida. So for those of you that don't know what a nutrition shop is, we actually serve healthy protein meal replacement shakes. We serve energy teas, the protein donuts, as Chris was mentioning, which are actually very healthy for you, even though they sound really, really terrible for you. We've actually spent quite a lot of time over the past probably 6 months or so perfecting that recipe and making sure that it still stays within the parameters of our company guidelines and is still as healthy as possible for all of our customers. So the Spot 727 actually just opened up 2 weeks ago, but it is an offset of another nutrition club that actually we had open for over 3 years also in the Largo area as well.
So you said meal replacement shakes.
Yes.
So when I have the shake, I'm not supposed to then eat the meal also? Is that what I'm doing wrong?
It does depend on the meal plan. No one's ever doing anything wrong. People just do things differently. But yes, it is a 24-gram full meal replacement shake with 21 vitamins and minerals as well.
That might be why I get so full after lunch.
That very well could be.
Yeah. We may have to circle back and examine that. So I don't want
Yeah,
to bury the lead here, right? Like this isn't just me promoting the business of a friend of mine.
right.
There is a lot that's happening here from a deeply, deeply inspirational level for me. And so I just want to come right out with the hook. So Stephanie recently became a first-time mom. So congratulations to that. My little
Thank
my little
you.
guy Callan. How old's Callan now?
9 months in 2 days.
So
Yes.
9 months ago, she
Yes.
gave birth for the first time, and so in the middle of her pregnancy, there came this decision to close the old business and then open a new business. They put the wheels in motion on that right about the time that she became a mom for the first time. And so,
Yep.
all of you moms out there, you know how difficult that can be when you transition to motherhood and you have this newborn and all these other things. Well, now imagine launching a new business behind that. And then, oh, by the way, they literally opened the new business right in the middle of stay-at-home orders of a global pandemic. Like, I literally can't think of a worse way to decide to open a new business and actually execute the opening of that new business. So all of those things considered, how's it working out, Steph?
Life is honestly fantastic. If we would have walked away from this opportunity, it would have been one of the biggest mistakes we would have ever made together, not only me and my business partner, but also me and my boyfriend as well. So we came to the decision to either rebrand ourselves and recreate this community that we wanted to build of just positive and inspiring people, and to build a community of where people just wanted to come in and feel like themselves and not have to worry about anything from an outside influence, and just come in and make friends and feel comfortable with themselves. And in building that community over the last 3 years, that was the most important to us, is we didn't want to lose that community. And the fact of the matter was, with a global pandemic such as having the virus that is out there, people's health has become the forefront of their thought process staying at home. It was either eat all the snacks in the cupboard or make a decision to finally start taking better care of themselves. And fortunately, people, not everybody, of course, some people want to take a break from life too, which is perfectly fine. But a lot of our community were so grateful that we kept our doors open and we were able to utilize the to-go services and curbside delivery at our location as well. So when we opened the new location, we had already signed a lease before any of this happened. We could have tried to get out of it, I'm sure, if we wanted to, but we said pretty much, heck no, it's not going to be a thing. We have to make this work. We have to make this happen for our family and for our friends. And that's exactly what we did. And it's been the most successful 2 weeks that I think we've had in the entire, probably almost 4 years that we've been in this business. So for that, I'm forever grateful. The community is so excited. They're so grateful to have a place that's not just any sort of fast food delivery service. They have something that they can come in and drink and eat and feel good about themselves, and still have some friends to talk to and some people to lean on as well.
So I want to go back to the challenges that you overcame in a second, but you just said something that I think is really important, where you said people have the ability to come in and get something they can eat and drink and not feel guilty about it. Like, I think it's important in our own lives, like as we care more about our own physical health, but also talk specifically about the role of a parent and how that plays into parenting, because the God's honest truth is, like, my kids want everything in sight. Now that we're home, like the stay-at-home order came out, and the ice cream truck rolls through our neighborhood all day like a little creeper. I mean, it's nonstop.
Yeah.
And my kids are like, "Oh, the ice cream truck." I'm like, "No, we're not doing that." But yesterday when we drove over and we picked up the donuts, like, for me to give them something that they loved, like that you literally would have thought they were eating a candy bar, but to know that it was healthy, it was 95 calories, it was only 4.5 grams of carbs, like, it gave me peace of mind in feeding that to my kids as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've been on our own personal journeys throughout all of this in the last 4 years. I myself lost 30 pounds on the products that we introduced at our nutrition club. But we also have a 16-year-old daughter that, everything we do is paramount to how she's going to grow up throughout her life. And being able to have this as an example for her and her friends, and now being able to implement my 9-month-old son, and knowing that what I'm putting in his body is completely healthy and it's going to help him grow and just exponentially be healthier than anything that a lot of us were ever had the choice to have growing up, just makes me feel like I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of times as a parent, like any one of us can relate to the fact that day by day, some days are just really amazing and other days are, what did I do today? Did I just survive today? Did I just make sure that he was fed and had his diaper changed? Yeah, those are those days too. But knowing that families come through these doors and are excited, and the kids want their shakes with with, even if there is the whipped cream and the sprinkles on top, they feel like they're getting something that's fun and exciting and really, really good for them, the birthday cakes and things like that. But we're actually just putting good nutrition and vitamins and minerals in their body. So
Yeah, and so you don't have to be the parent that's constantly saying no. Like, that feels good too.
correct, exactly, that's exactly right. Yeah.
So let's go back to the challenges that you've had to overcome here. You said that maybe you could have gone back and tried to get out of the lease and kind of pulled the plug on this dream. Did you ever come close? Did you ever contemplate getting out of it?
No, it was it wasn't even remotely a thought. Like, we wanted to make this something new and exciting, even though our community is somewhat familiar with nutrition clubs. They weren't familiar with some of the changes we wanted to make and some of the drinks that we wanted to add. So, had we actually even remotely thought about not opening this place, we would be disappointing a lot of the people that we've built relationships with over the years, and disappointing ourselves at the end of the day. In the fact that we were deemed an essential business, which we're very thankful for, we had no other choice but to move forward. And in the middle of this, I went full time with this business 2 years ago, but my boyfriend did not. He still had a full-time job and did this part-time. Well, he was forced into a full-time position 2 weeks ago when he was laid off from his job. So he was laid off. We're trying to open a new business, but we said, you know what, this is either going to work or it's not. And we couldn't have any other negative connotation behind it. We just knew we had to make it work for us. And we did. And it was a huge success, and it has continued to be a huge success.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I love about you, because you say that you never had an option. There was never an option. No, there was an option, right? Like
Well,
for most people, quitting is an option. It's just not an option for you. And,
correct.
I love the quote that I saw by Dr. Ivan Meisner recently. He said, "We're refusing to take part in this economic recession." And,
Correct.
to me, it kind of speaks to your character and your will. Like it was never an option. I love that. And so, tell me a little bit about, what you've had to kind of juggle as a new mother also, right? Like as you're going into this, you've got this incredibly cute, almost 9-month-old boy. But I know, because I've got 2 kids of my own, like that first year of life is a lot in and of itself. And now you've got all these other challenges of opening a new business going on simultaneously.
And there are days that it seems overwhelming, being a new mom, and being a new mom in my mid-30s, to me, age is just a number, but it's a whole different ball game. You feel different in your 20s than you do your 30s. And for me, just the physical recovery alone was challenging. And then you have the new mom blues and trying to figure out, okay, what's the right food for him? What's the right diapers for him? What's the right sleep schedule for him? Because there's so many opinions and so many things out there. What's best for baby? And then at the end of the day, you just push it all to the side, because you just look at him and you're like, okay, I'm still doing something right. Like he's still doing just fine. He has a roof over his head. He has clothes on his back. He has food in his belly. And I couldn't be more thankful for that. So I also, being a small business owner and having this place with my name on it, I get to bring him to the nutrition club with me every day. He literally is the light of everyone's day. Like everybody comes to see Callan. So it's not really about us at the end of the day, but they really have a lot of fun with him, and he's so interactive, and he loves all the customers too, and he loves hanging out with everybody. So being able to be a present mother at a time where, not forget the pandemic or anything else, but there's a lot of parents that don't have that option to be a present parent in their kids' lives for any financial reason, work reason, personal reasons. And the fact that I get to be in his life almost every moment of the day, you can't pay for that kind of, I don't even know the right word for it.
Well, it's a blessing.
Yeah, exactly. You can't pay for that kind of blessing. That's for sure. And just being able to be there for him every day it just means everything to me.
So I know, just watching the new model of the new location, you guys have been open for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I've talked. I mean, you guys are doing like almost double the revenue that you did at the other place, and
Correct.
that's through very trying times, right? Like not everyone
Yes.
feels comfortable even leaving their house. So there's the idea that maybe that's gonna even get better, moving forward as the stay-at-home order is now lifted and all of that. But here's my question though, like, walk us through your day. Like, what does your day look like? Because I know you're working like 60 hours a week, and you're a new mom, and you're juggling all the things that we all juggle in day-to-day life. And so I think it's really important to understand what goes into people's success stories, right? Like people always just see the success, but they don't necessarily see the grind that's required to create that. So, again, and I know you're very humble, and you're not going to sit there and beat your drum and go, look at me, I'm a superhero. But the reality of it is, like, you've got some pretty hectic days. Like, walk us through what that looks like.
Sure, absolutely. With the new place, we've also decided to extend our hours as well, because the community has asked for it. So a lot of the times we used to be open only 8 to 1 during the week, 8 to noon on the weekends. We have decided to increase that to 8 to 6 p.m. Because again, now that things are starting to open up and people are going to start to go back to work, obviously people's schedules differ. And we had people that were like, I can only come in the evenings. So, we're providing that service to them as well. But the day starts, we open up at 8 a.m. We try to be here by about 7:30. So we're here. I have the baby with me. So we're here, we're setting up the club, we're making sure all the teas and shakes and everything is stocked and ready to go. We're decorating the protein donuts. And we're just preparing the day, making sure that the club is nice and clean. Of course, we're following all CDC guidelines. But intermittently, of course, we're trying to follow, the baby's feeding schedule and his nap schedule, whatever that looks like on a day-to-day basis. Um, but we're serving the community, so we don't have a break in between. We're open from 8 to 6. We do have a couple people working different shifts, but it's ours now, and this is what the people want. So a lot of the times, I'm not just here 8 to 3. I'm here 8 to 6, and and that's perfectly fine. That's what's needed. That's what's wanted. Is we're ordering more products almost every single day because everything's flying off the shelves right now. So there's product ordering, there's shake making, there's tea making, there's introducing new products to people. We have a new boba tea line as well that people are just going crazy for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
looks weird to me, by the way, but people really seem to like that.
People love it. They absolutely love it. It's a total fad that I'm okay with, and it's still along the healthy lines for everyone. So they're just drinking it up, literally. So that, also, as obviously we're in the same group, networking group, we both took leadership roles in that. So there's a couple of days a week where we're handling our leadership position duties all while I'm on shift. So there's ordering, there's running to the store when we're running out of products. there's taking care of Callan, and we're running shift changes because our 16-year-old also comes on late shift after she's done with all of her schooling as well. So there's picking up kids and coming back and forth, and then at the end of the day there's still laundry and meal prep and donuts to make for the next day. So we're hustling till we basically hit the bed at the end of the night. So and there's no set time for that either.
But then the weekend hits and you guys just kick your feet back and relax all weekend, right?
Oh no, we're open 8
no,
to 3
wait,
in the
that's
weekend.
right. Yeah, that's
right. Oh no,
right.
wait. We're here on the weekends too. We're a 7-day-a-week business. Again, we've extended the hours, especially now. A lot of people aren't necessarily getting up at 8 a.m. on the weekend, so they're here a little later. But of course, now that exactly, you're an 11 a.m. kind of guy. But you drive from Carrollwood. You drive from Carrollwood, so it's an exception.
An hour of it is the drive.
Exactly. But now that the beaches are opening up, of course, everyone wants to go back out there, and they absolutely want to get their teas and their shakes, and they want to bring that out to the beach with them. So we want to fuel everyone, we want to feed everybody, and we just want to make sure our people are taken care of. So when they ask for something, 9 times out of 10 we pretty much provide.
So when's the last time you had a day off?
I don't know.
You genuinely don't know, right?
Yeah, no, I genuinely don't know. I have pockets of time, like in between shifts every once in a while, but that's typically filled. I had a very small amount of time. I spent some time with friends for a couple of hours. By spending time, they watched the baby, and I did get a small nap. So that was quite nice. But hey, it's what I can take. If the friends love my baby, so they're like, you go sleep and we got him. So that's I'll take it.
Well, that's really, a big part of the story that I wanted to share. And I want people to understand, the amount of hustle and grind and drive that you have, the passion that you have for this business. But on top of that, to see, what they're supporting when they support, the Spot 727. You're not just supporting a business. You're not just supporting a sign above a door. You're supporting people's, drive and passion and really life's work.
Well, we're supporting their results as well, because, at the end of the day, we are still, we promote not only, weight loss, weight maintenance, weight gain, we promote healthy energy, we promote sports nutrition as well. So that's just the shake part of the day. That's just the nutrition club part of the day. Then there's also client follow-up. There's also scheduling wellness evaluations for people who are interested in products for home. So there's not just, blending shakes and making teas. There's the actual business side to it as well. And then also training potential people who want to come in and make an extra income for themselves as well, because a lot of our friends, a lot of CC's friends have lost their jobs in the restaurants and the retail industry. So now they're looking to do something to still earn an income from home. And this for them has been an inspiration, and it's been a safe haven for them. So now they really want to start to get involved in the business side of it as well.
So that's something I wanted to ask you about, and I'm glad you segued us there. Like, we're at a time right now where millions of people are unemployed, through no fault of their own. And Correct. At the same time, their kids are home. Their kids are doing school at home. Like, I can't think of a time in my life where people more need the opportunity to earn an income and need to be home at the same time. And so,
Yep.
I know a big part of your business is opportunities to generate revenue working from home. You talked
Correct.
earlier about the blessing of being a present parent and being present in the life of your kids. If someone's watching this right now and they fit into that category, like, what would you say to that person?
There's so much I could say, but immediately I would just say, like, listen, now is the time. Like, don't listen to what everyone else is telling you. Don't. Why are we still so dependent on who's going to be hiring us and who our managers are? And at the end of the day, when they have the option to do it, they're gonna let you go. Why not be your own boss? Now is the time for you to take a look, and people want to support their families, and when the rug gets pulled out from underneath you and you feel like you're lost and you feel like you've failed as a parent, you still haven't, because at the end of the day, there are still opportunities out there for you to still support and love your family and be there for your families and build a sustainable business, whether that be part-time or full-time. And at the same time, you're helping friends, family, and community get healthy. It's not just about weight loss or weight gain, it's the health factor. We're literally in a global pandemic of a virus that's just attacking people's insides. If we have having healthier options just makes things better. It doesn't cure anything, but when you're feeling good, you're not thinking about all the negativity that you're surrounded by every single day. So, when you're around a community of purpose driven people, all you want to do is grind and hustle and make every bit the positivity and every bit the dollar you can to support your family.
So I asked you the other day for your why, and you texted me back something that I thought was really meaningful. And I'm not
Hmm.
going to put you on the spot and make you recite it, but I am going to
You can
kind of
read it.
paraphrase it. All right,
Yeah,
good. So I have your permission
you can
for
read it.
this.
Yes,
So you
you
said,
do.
I want to build a team of people that work hard and care enough to change the community with me, which will result in a sustainable income for my family to be able to thrive and not starve through life, all while being able to give back in huge ways along the way. Like, what I loved about this is that your why is as much about everyone around you in the community
Hmm.
as it is you and your family. Like, where does that come from?
Hmm. You know, I, my mom and dad both always called me mother hen growing up. I was always very much like I had to be the person that was helping someone out. And a lot of times through life that has not necessarily benefited me, but that's worked well for me. And it's also worked against me. But it's always been my mission in life to leave people better off than I left them. I've always wanted to be that person that wanted to support or help in any way as possible, especially when it came to kids growing up. I actually wanted to be a nurse growing up until I realized I probably couldn't handle all of the guts. Um, but I always had something in my heart that I have to be helping people. I can't just sit there and watch people suffer. And so, even throughout the last couple of years, we've supported, local businesses, we've supported local charities just as much as we, financially could, through whatever drives, food drives, or clothing drives, or supporting local 5Ks or things of that nature. And it has to be in me. It's ingrained in me. My parents taught me to leave people better than we found them, and they taught me to work hard, and they taught me to you know be strong in the fact that I can do this myself. And I don't need anybody else to tell me what I need to do with my life. And that's a lot of where my drive and my passion has come from over the years. So
You need that AirPod.
I did. I don't even know how that happened.
So, do you ever just like when you're in the club? I mean, and I love this, and I'm not even part of your business, but I love watching people come in, and there's just this great culture there, right? Of everyone
Mhm,
coming in and kind of paying this back to you. One of the things that
mhm,
I've talked about on Monday Motivation before is a really good friend of mine, Alex, who told me that throughout this whole, virus and global pandemic and all of these things, he said people are going to always gravitate towards businesses and individuals that bring them comfort in times of discomfort. And they'll
yes.
pay that back. Like, they will pay that back
Mhm,
in droves. and they'll evangelize for you and your business. I mean,
Mhm.
are you just ever in awe of the way that the community pays it back to you and the amount of support that you get?
Every single day we are open. Absolutely. And I love knowing the people walking through the door. I love knowing their names. I love seeing their faces. And I love knowing that they're coming in and they have a huge smile on their face because they cannot wait to get that boba drink or that donut or that shake, because that's what they've been craving and that's what they want. And for us to be able to provide that for them, and it's just the greatest feeling ever. I absolutely love. I have made more friends and made more family through all of this the last couple of years than I could have ever thought or imagined, and it's just amazing to see such great people every single day.
I love that for you. That's one of the biggest takeaways for me. Every time I come in there is,
Mhm.
just the amount of support and the culture and the
Mhm.
amount of love that kind of walks through the door. And I know it's reciprocated, and that's what makes me happy. Like
Mhm.
I know you well, and you're one of my dear friends, and I see you pour your heart and soul into this business. It's nice to see people return that, and pour
Yes.
what they can back into the business from the other side of the
Mhm.
counter. I think that's big.
Absolutely. Yes. It's been incredible and amazing to see every single day.
So if I walked in right now, could I get a donut?
Yeah, no, they're sold out.
Shocking.
You gotta pre-order. They
But
sell
no,
out.
I asked that on purpose because I want people to understand that. The last thing I want is someone to watch this and go, "Oh, Chris said those donuts, excuse me, are really good. Let's go get one." And then they roll in at 11 o'clock in the morning and they can't, and then they get mad at me.
Correct. Yeah, if you pre-order the day before by 6 p.m., we have a phone number that you can text us. We make according to the pre-orders, and then we set them up the next morning. But typically, we are still getting pre-orders in the morning, and then whatever's left is what gets sold, and it's typically by 9:30 or 10 that they're all gone, if that.
It took me 3 trips to get donuts.
It sure did. But you finally, kind of got the number right. It's okay.
Listen,
You still got your
pre-ordering
donuts, though.
pre-ordering requires a lot of commitment. You're asking me to tell you on one day that the next day I'm going to feel like driving over there to get donuts. Like I don't operate like that.
But how good were the donuts?
The donuts were amazing. You should
Okay,
make more.
well, I'll make more if you pre-order more.
I mean, realistically, just make an extra 5 a day just in
Just for you.
case. Yes. And then if I
All
don't come,
Reese's.
you're going to sell them.
That's true.
They're going to
That
go.
is
You
true.
you could probably make 50 more a day and sell them. Like those things sell like donuts.
Oh, imagine that.
I almost said
Donuts,
hotcakes, but donuts are better.
donuts selling like donuts. Imagine
Exactly.
that.
It's amazing how that works. So I'm really, really excited for you. If anybody wants to know
Thank
more
you.
about the spot, like what do they
Mhm.
do? Do they follow you on social media? Is there a contact number? Like how do we get people there?
Yeah, absolutely. You can follow me on Facebook. You can follow us at the Spot 727 on Facebook. We're also on Instagram. Our 16-year-old is a literal Instagram Jedi with the Spot 727. She does absolutely amazing things. Johnny, my business partner, he's pretty okay too for a 20-year-old. I can't really complain. Uh, and then also me personally, texting or messaging me on Facebook as well. So
And that would be Stephanie Virden,
yes, that was,
Virden.
yes, Virden, and then phone number 727-504-0498.
That's not the donut pre-order number though.
No, that's just to get a hold of me. The donut pre-order is 727-225-4937,
Yeah,
not 813.
don't text your
Not
donut pre-order to 813.
not 813. We're in the 727, so
Turns out my donut pre-order didn't go through, but I still got my
Hey,
donuts.
you're lucky I followed up with you.
The funny part is the text didn't bounce back. So someone in the 813 area code got a text from me requesting donuts.
That is correct.
They
Yes,
didn't
they did.
respond. How do you not respond and be like, hey, you might have the wrong number? So then I know to go order them through the right number.
Right. Well, that would be too easy.
It's
Not everyone's
ridiculous.
like us.
ridiculous. Someone didn't want me to have those donuts. So, so they know how to reach you. They know how to find the place. Also, hey, that's Johnny back there, business partner Johnny Venzel,
That
like
is,
pencil with a V.
and 2 L's.
And 2 L's. Bye, Johnny.
Bye. Bye.
We didn't say where the location is, so don't say it. Don't say it. It's on Almerton Road, and I think it's 8226 Almerton Road.
No, close. Kind of. 8228 Almerton Road. We're in a plaza with Ace Cigars, a puppy store, and a Whiskey Depot, actually.
Oh,
and the sign on the road says it does have the address 8220.
So I can come in and get a healthy shake, a cigar, some booze, and a puppy.
You know, your day is complete.
Sounds like the makings for a great weekend.
It's what is that? The life cycle right there.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, so I don't think a lot of people know this, but you have to really step out of your comfort zone to do things like this. So thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised my face isn't bright red and my chest isn't on fire, but yeah, did great. Thanks. You led the way, Chris.
You did a good job. So you should, you guys should tell Stephanie what a great job she did in the comments, so she'll stop being afraid of cameras.
Yes, thanks, because he wants me to do this every week on my own page. So
I mean, just something. It doesn't have to be this, but I just think you have this great story, this great place and people and product and processes, and I think everyone should share those things. More people should know about it.
I agree.
I shouldn't promote your business more than you.
You are correct. But you're doing a great job, so thank you.
Hey, I'm here for you. All right, I by the way, we'll work for donuts, just so you know.
Fantastic.
Thank you for doing it. I'm really, really excited. I mean, you guys are just crushing it right now. And like I said, I just think it has to get better because you crushed it during literally a stay-at-home order. And if you can do that during that time, just imagine what's to come. So big things ahead.
Possibilities are endless. Thank you so much.
What does your pin say?
It says blended with love.
Oh, nice. That's probably like an homage to the shakes, I'm thinking.
It is, yeah. There's a little blender.
Yeah,
there's a little blender and a big heart on there. Yes.
Got it. Roger that. All right, go make some shakes. Go make some money.
Okay. All right.
All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.